Hey everyone, I've got some exciting news to share. And if you're into space, science, or the possibility of life beyond Earth, you're definitely going to want to hear this. Scientists have recently made an incredible discovery that could change everything we know about Mars. Yes, you heard that right. There's evidence of liquid water on Mars, and it's got everyone talking about the potential for alien life. Can you imagine? It's like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. But this is the real deal. Let's dive into what this discovery means and why it's such a big deal. So here's the scoop. NASA, the organization behind so many of our most important space explorations, made an announcement that has been shaking up the scientific community. They've discovered signs of water flowing on the surface of Mars. Now I know what you're thinking. Mars is supposed to be a dry, barren desert of a planet, right? But it turns out that's not the full story. This recent discovery suggests that Mars isn't just a dusty, lifeless rock. It's a world where water, liquid water, exists, at least under certain conditions. And we all know what that means, don't we? Water is the key ingredient for life as we know it. Where there's water, there could be life. This opens up an entirely new conversation about the possibility of extraterrestrial life on the red planet. Could there actually be little green Martians out there? Or perhaps some form of microbial life, the kind that exists in the most extreme environments here on Earth. But let's not get too ahead of ourselves just yet. While the presence of water is incredibly exciting, it doesn't automatically mean we found life on Mars. Scientists are thrilled by this discovery, but they're also cautious. You see, finding water is a significant step, but it's just one piece of a much larger puzzle. Water is essential for life as we understand it. But that doesn't mean it's enough on its own to sustain life, especially on a planet as harsh as Mars. The Martian environment is extremely challenging. We're talking about temperatures that can plummet to -80 degrees Fahrenheit, radiation levels that are off the charts, and a thin atmosphere that offers little protection from space's harsh conditions. It's a pretty inhospitable place. Because of these harsh conditions, gathering solid evidence of life has been, and continues to be, a significant challenge for scientists. They've got to figure out if life could have ever existed on Mars, or if this discovery of water is simply a tantalizing clue that ultimately leads to a dead end. One of the big challenges with exploring Mars is the sheer distance involved. Mars is, on average, about 140 million miles away from Earth. That means that getting to Mars, even with our most advanced spacecraft, takes months. Once we get there, our ability to explore the planet is limited by the technology we can send. Rovers like Curiosity and Perseverance are incredible pieces of machinery, but they're also slow and limited in what they can do. Each rover can only cover a small fraction of the planet's surface, and even with the most sophisticated instruments, they can only analyze so much. That means that while we have some tantalizing evidence of water, we're still far from having a complete picture of what's really going on beneath the Martian surface. Now let's talk about the evidence we have so far. NASA's rovers, like Curiosity and Perseverance, have been hard at work on Mars for years, sending back data that has revolutionized our understanding of the planet. These rovers have been analyzing soil samples, taking high-resolution images of the Martian landscape, and even drilling into rocks to look for signs of past life. And what they've found is pretty compelling. For example, they've detected minerals on Mars that only form in the presence of water, which suggests that water was once more abundant on the planet's surface. Even more intriguing, they've observed seasonal dark streaks on some slopes. These streaks appear to grow during the warmer months and fade when it gets colder. Scientists believe these streaks could be caused by briny, liquid water oozing down the slopes. If that's true, it would mean that liquid water is still flowing on Mars today, at least during certain times of the year. This is a huge discovery, but the big question is, can we link this water directly to life? That's the next big puzzle scientists are trying to solve. And here's the kicker. Just recently, NASA made a significant announcement that has everyone buzzing. They found what could be the most compelling evidence of ancient microbial life in Martian rocks. This discovery really cranked up the speculation about whether life ever existed on Mars. The evidence comes from rock samples that show chemical signatures that resemble those produced by ancient microbial life here on Earth. It's like a plot twist in a sci-fi movie. The excitement in the scientific community is palpable. People are starting to wonder, if there was life on Mars once, could it still be lurking in the shadows today? After all, we know that life on Earth can survive in some pretty extreme environments, from the freezing depths of Antarctica to the boiling hot springs of Yellowstone. Could life on Mars have found a way to survive in hidden pockets of water deep underground or in sheltered areas where conditions are a bit more favorable? Of course, this discovery also raises some big questions about how we search for life on Mars. If there is life on Mars, it might not be easy to find. It could be hiding in places where our rovers can't reach, or it could be so small or so different from life on Earth that we might not recognize it when we see it. That's why scientists are working on developing new tools and techniques for exploring Mars. Future missions could involve drilling deep below the surface or bringing samples back to Earth for analysis. The hope is that with these new methods, we'll be able to gather even more evidence and maybe even answer the question once and for all: are we alone in the universe? So, what does all this mean for us here on Earth? Well, the discovery of water on Mars is more than just a scientific breakthrough. It's a game changer for our understanding of life beyond Earth. It pushes us to rethink what life could look like in different environments and challenges our assumptions about where life can exist. For decades, the search for extraterrestrial life has focused on finding planets that are similar to Earth, with the right temperature, atmosphere, and liquid water. But if life can exist on a planet as harsh as Mars, it opens up a whole new world of possibilities. There could be life out there that we've never even imagined, living in places we never thought to look. In the end, the discovery of water on Mars brings us one step closer to answering one of humanity's oldest and most profound questions. Are we alone in the universe? While we don't have all the answers yet, the evidence is mounting and the possibilities are endless. Whether or not we find life on Mars, this discovery has already changed the way we think about our place in the cosmos. It's a reminder that the universe is a vast, mysterious place full of surprises waiting to be discovered. So, what do you think? Could there really be life on Mars? What does this discovery mean for the future of space exploration? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment down below and let's get the conversation going. And if you're into space stuff, don't forget to check out my other videos on the mysteries of the universe. There's so much more to explore, and who knows what we'll discover next. Catch you next time.